Thank you, Honorable Josephat Kinyamuna. Honorable Doris.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance to contribute to the statement in the floor of the House this morning. For the purposes of record, I'm Doris Kakinkonge, nominated member in this Assembly. Mr. Speaker, it is very sad and unfortunate that the people of Meru are represented by the members of this County Assembly. And it is very sad that a whole chair of the Health Committee, Honorable Mutea, seek a statement from the executive and it is not delivered. This statement is not for these members of this County Assembly, but it is the statement of the people of Meru who are represented by this Honorable House, who want services from the health sector, bearing in mind that health is wealth. And therefore, I echo the statement of our Majority Leader, Honorable Mawila, to summon the CC, acting CC, Health in the county government of Meru to come before this Assembly and explain why. And more so, to share more light about the health sector in the county government of Meru. It is very unfortunate, and therefore, Mr. Speaker, if we continue like this is a government that is acting as a dictatorship, whereas the dictator were left in the hellas of Moi. So therefore, Mr. Speaker, I echo the statement of the majority, and soon and very soon, let the CC, acting CC Health, to come before this House and explain why, and more light to what is happening in the health sector. So therefore, I support and echo the statement of the majority. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Doris, and I want us to conclude on this, and I just want to give one senior member of the House, and then we shall have the sake of the motion, Honorable Idire, making a comment of the same so that we're able to move. Honorable Jim.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Jim Muchui, representing Adwana Ward, the Majority Whip in this House. And Mr. Speaker, I want to give the executive benefit of doubt. And I tend to think that maybe the report sought by Honorable Mutea is too comprehensive to fit in the printing papers. And maybe the executive would like maybe an opportunity to come and explain comprehensively. And Mr. Speaker, I suggest that we give them that opportunity by summoning the CCL. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Jim. Honorable Mwenda Idire, the leader of minority, also doubles as a seeker of the statement. I'll take the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Mwenda Idile, representing the people of Akithe Ward and the leader of Minority Party. Mr. Speaker, 2 weeks have gone since the chairperson of the Health Committee requested for the statement have gone. And Mr. Speaker, I doubt whether in the county government there are clear structures, because my good guess is that there are no structures in the county government of Meru. Because if there are structures, then the report could have, or the statement could have come to this House since it was requested. Mr. Speaker, the role of this House, the great role, it is oversight. And I would like the public to know the reason why we are doing, we were tabling the motion today. It is because we have a dictatorial government that is not even allowing us to oversight, because it is our role and it is our duty to oversight. The governor talks about Kanakamu Meru, and today we are asking the statement so that we can understand whether Kanakamu Meru is getting the services that they are supposed to get. So, Mr. Speaker, in support of what the leader majority and the members have said, we would like to summon the acting CC Health to come and explain to us, not even about the funds or the hospital facilities improvement funds, but also the health sector, the whole of it. They explain to us what they are doing to ensure that our people get good health services. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, and given directions on that, honourable members, please allow me to give the directions now. I directed the chair of the audit committee to summon the CC Health on 20th December to come personally and appear on the committee and give reasons as to why he has not responded, and at the same time give a concrete answer on the statement that was sought. So I give those directions. And then before I take the next order, I will wish to revert back to order number 6. Those are the notices of motion. And on that notices of motion, I will allow Honorable DMK Kawira also to lay the first list that's supposed to lay. Thank you. Honorable Kawira, please do that.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I beg to lay the flash drive containing the evidence in support for the impeachment of the Governor of Meru County.
Thank you, Honorable DMK. Please go ahead and lay. Thank you. Can we take the next order?
Order number 8, procedural motion by the leave of the House.
Thank you, honourable members. The next one in order number 8 is a procedural motion by the leave of the House that's supposed to be moved by the Honourable Evans Mawira, the leader of majority. Please take the floor. Honourable leader of majority, please take the floor.
Honourable Speaker, before I move the procedural motion, the Deputy Speaker is telling me that you have referred to me as Honourable Evans Kawira instead.
No. I see the leader majority Evans Mawira. Please take the correction. Thank you. Please, honourable leader majority, Honourable Evans Mawira, take the floor and move the motion.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, for that correction. Meru people would have been amazed at how I've changed from Mawira to Kawira. But, Honourable Speaker, I wish to move a procedural motion by the leave of the House that, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order number 29.4, this Honourable Assembly resolves to alter the adjournment date of its first session on the approved first session calendar of the 3rd County Assembly from Friday 9th December 2022 to Wednesday 21st December 2022. Honourable Speaker, before I invite the leader of the minority party, Honourable Mwenda, to second the motion, allow me to say the following, Honourable Speaker, that the calendar of the Assembly is premised under Standing Order number 29, Honourable Speaker. And this Honourable Assembly, when it was constituted, it passed its calendar that was supposed to move from the first sitting that is when members were sworn in to Friday the 9th, and then we break for a long recess, Honourable Speaker, so that members can have time to go back to their people in their wards and also prepare for the Christmas holiday. But, Honourable Speaker, it has been necessitated because of happenings in our county, Honourable Speaker. One, we understand that we have so much in our entry that we need to dispense. Two, Honourable Speaker, I've heard that the Governor of Meru saying that the Assembly should only be confined in these precincts. So there's no need for the honourable members to go back to their own, Honourable Speaker, because there is no role that they are going to play there, Honourable Speaker. And in the current situation, it would only be prudent that we alter the calendar of this Assembly so that members can stay here and do their work as the Governor requested, Honourable Speaker. That is their oversight role, the legislation, and representation, Honorable Speaker. I'm hoping, because we have extended the calendar, Honorable Speaker, because once we break for the long recess, we'll be back here in February. The Honorable Governor of Meru will see it twice to bring a list of the chief officers that needs to be approved by this Honorable Assembly. We are also expecting maybe the supplementary budget from their side, Honorable Speaker. We are also expecting maybe a submission of the other CECs, because this Assembly approved 3. And there's a remainder of 7. Maybe we are expecting she will bring them to this Assembly for approval. And that is why we have made the decision, Honorable Speaker, to alter the calendar of the Assembly so that we can extend by 2 weeks. And I believe that in those 2 weeks, all those items that I've mentioned will be brought to the floor of this House. Honorable Speaker, because we don't want the governor to come in 2023, the new year, to blame the Assembly of not doing its work, Honorable Speaker. Therefore, I beseech this Honorable Assembly to support this motion so that we can alter that calendar, and maybe in the next 2 weeks we'll have dispensed off with most of the matters that are in our entry, including, Honorable Speaker, the one that you have just ruled in your Solomonic wisdom, that the Committee on Health needs to summon the CEC Health so that he can come and expound on matters to do with the health department, Honorable Speaker, because I believe in them refusing to respond to this Honorable Assembly, that is demeaning to the Assembly. And Honorable Speaker, we need to rectify that, and we need to start on the right footing, Honorable Speaker, because if this is the behavior that those CECs will be, I mean, they won't be responding to the Assembly, then the Assembly will not be able to effectively carry out its oversight through, Honorable Speaker. Having said that, I wish to invite Honorable Mwenda, the Minority Leader, to second the motion, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Evans Mawira, the Majority. Honorable Mwenda, the Minority, please take the floor and second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Mwenda Idile, representing the people of Akitha and the leader of Minority Party. Mr. Speaker, and before I second the motion to order the adjournment of the House, I would like to say that we, the members of this House, are determined to see that this county is in order and to see that our people receive the services that they expected from the government of Meru County. So, Mr. Speaker, I second this motion. We hold the adjournment so that we can stay here, as the Majority Leader said, and wait for the governor. Maybe if she's in the process of bringing the supplementary budget, we'll be here and pass the budget. If she's in the process of bringing the CEC, we'll be here, so that our Meru people may not blame the Assembly. And also the governor may not blame the Assembly, saying that they went for the recess before passing the budget. So, Mr. Speaker, we shall be here. And also, as the representatives of the people, we want to see that the county government functions well. Because the governor has been going around, but we haven't seen any branch being constructed. And we expect the branches, we expect the roads to be graded by the start of January. So, Mr. Speaker, we shall be here waiting for the governor for whatever she will be willing to bring to us in the Assembly, and also for the benefit of the Meru people. Mr. Speaker, therefore I beg to second the motion by the leader of Majority Party. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Mwenda Idile, the leader of Minority. Pursuant to provisions of Standing Order number 54.1, I now propose the question, which is that pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order number 29.4, this Honorable Assembly resolves to order the adjournment date of its first session on the approved first session calendar of the Dan County Assembly from today, 9th December 2022 to Wednesday, 21st December 2022. And now the motion having been moved, seconded, and having put the question, then the debate is now ready for debate, and any member willing to contribute can catch the speaker's eye. Honorable Muredi.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika, sababu hii nafasi ambayo umenikabidhi kwa sababu ya kumbukumbu za rekodi. Mimi ni Mheshimiwa Muredi Titus Muteria, nawakilisha wadi ya Game Based na pia naibu wa kiongozi wa wachache katika hili bunge. Nachukua nafasi hii kushukuru hili bunge sana kwa sababu sisi tuko na wadhifa ambao tulipatiwa na wale ambao walituchagua, na katika pitapita zangu kule mashinani watu wako na ari sana jinsi ambavyo tasa huwa na ari ya kujifungua anapopata ujauzito, kwamba wanaulizia kwamba hasa katika msimu wa mvua barabara hazipitiki, hospitali zina mambo mbalimbali, maswali tumbi nzima ambayo yanatukumba pale, jinsi kazi inaanza lini. Zile kaunti zinginezo zimeanza kazi, jambo la muhali katika kaunti ya Meru. Hivi kwamba ni vizuri Mheshimiwa Spika, maana chambilecho wahenga mbaazi ya kikoza kuzaa usingizia njua. Kulikuwa na jua sana ndipo sikuweza kuzaa nikiwa mbaazi. Sasa tunataka kuondoa hili jambo kwamba tusilaume sisi, ndipo tupatie wale ambao ni wahusika, walete wale ambao wanafaa kupitishwa katika vitengo mbalimbali ili mambo ya Meru yawe shwari bin shwari Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwa sababu kila mmoja ambaye ameketi katika ukumbi huu atakuwa na maswali mengi zaidi ya kujibu wale ambao walituchagua. Hivi kwamba nashukuru hili njumba kwa sababu hata ya kutenga muda maalum ambao watu wangekuwa katika pumzika zao, lakini tukaona ni vyema tuweze kutenga muda maalum tuweze kuangazia masuala, maana sisi wajibu wetu mkuu ni kushughulikia matakwa ya kaunti la Meru. Asante Mheshimiwa Spika sababu ya hiyo nafasi.
Asante Mheshimiwa Muredi. Mheshimiwa Njoki.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Joki Mugambi, representing the good people of Mangandia, and the Deputy Minority Whip on Bass Party. I stand to join my friends and the whole House in extension of this House, the period of this House this December. One, I am very much concerned that the governor told us our work is oversight. And she reminded us we do oversight. And especially now, we need to do our oversight when things are not doing well, when things are not working well in Meru County. Mr. Speaker, when we go back to the villages, the ones where we come from, there are a lot of things that are being done. One, like in my ward, there are trees that are being planted without my notice. And as they are being planted, I'm told the governor recruited some people to go and work there. Today they are crying for payment. None of them has been paid. And they are calling me now asking me for money, which I do not know. That is work, Mr. Speaker. I need to oversight. I need to know who really gave that work and for what reason and to whom was that work given. So there's a lot of work that I need to do to oversight that. Number two, Mr. Speaker, when you look at back the way the CEC held as done today, when the chair demanded that we get some information from his office, it means that he either does not know, or if he knows, he is a dictator. He has just assumed that there is no house, there's no oversight that should be done by the MCAs in Meru County. So we have a lot of time. We need a lot of time so that we oversight that work. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand to support the extension of that this period. And I wish we even extended more to even February so that we do proper oversight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Njoki. Honorable Saraki.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika kwa hii nafasi. Kwa majina naitwa Sara Gaki Kaberia, mbunge mteule katika kaunti ya Meru na chama ya UDA. Mheshimiwa Spika, nasimama Mheshimiwa Spika kuunga mkono kama vile waheshimiwa wenzangu wametoa kauli yao ya kwamba hii kaunti yetu iko na kazi mingi sana, na ambayo Mheshimiwa Spika tuliweza kukaa chini tukaona ni vema na ni vizuri sisi kama wabunge wa hii bunge ya Meru tuweze kupanua utendakazi wetu na tuweze kuongezea muda wa kufanya kazi hadi tarehe 21 mwezi wa Disemba, ili Mheshimiwa Spika tuweze kupea gavana wetu nafasi ya kuleta, labda hata tunajua katika kaunti yetu hatuna karani wa kaunti, mimi anaweza kaa chini atuletee jina tupitishe. Kuna madiwani wa kaunti hatuna, anaweza fikiria alete tupitishe. Kuna bajeti tunasubiri Mheshimiwa Spika, bado tunampea nafasi alete tupitishe, ili mwananchi aliyetuchagua na kutuleta katika hii bunge aweze kupata maendeleo. Mheshimiwa Spika, gavana alisema kazi yetu ni kuangalia utendakazi wa kaunti, na tumekubali, na ndio maana tutakaa hapa hadi tarehe 21 tusubiri kazi ikuje. Tukifunga hii bunge tutafunga siku 3 ndio tuende Christmas. Mheshimiwa Spika, kazi iliyo hapa inatusubiri ni mingi, na gavana wetu asije akapata la kusema walienda likizo kabla niwalete bajeti, kabla nilete majina ya watu wangu wapitishe. Tunajua pia mawaziri katika kaunti yetu hawatoshi. Mheshimiwa Spika, pia tunampea nafasi awalete, kwa sababu wale waliopo sasa wameshikilia tu nafasi. Mimi anaweza fikiria alete hao wengine na tunasubiri. So tunaambia gavana tuko hapa hadi tarehe 21, na hata kazi ikizindi tutaongezea. Sisi tunaweza sema hata Christmas yetu tuchinje mbuzi tukulia hapa Mheshimiwa Spika, kama tunafanyia mwananchi wa Meru kazi. Asante Mheshimiwa Spika, naunga mkono mswada wa kuongeza utendakazi katika bunge letu. Thank you Mr.
Thank you Mheshimiwa Sara Gaki. Honorable Bijewe.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, sir. For purposes of record, I'm Stephen Bijewe, representing the great people of Kangeta. I rise to support this motion, Mr. Speaker, sir. And my advice to the governor is that he should use these 2 weeks to at least rectify the errors she has already made, so that we can be able to begin the year 2023 having a new system that is working, and not having the acting directors or acting CEC appointing other acting CECs, acting directors, so much of acting people. So this government needs to work. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Honorable James. And please restrict yourself to 2 minutes. The way Honorable Bijewe has done it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. For records, I'm James Mugambi Mungadia, representing the people of Karama Ward, Mr. Speaker. I stand here to support the motion of altering of our calendar, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the extension is very important, Mr. Speaker. I personally, as the representative of the people of Karama Ward, I understand that the governor has been doing public participation, Mr. Speaker, which she is not allowed to do. And the way I understand, Mr. Speaker, when you get the views of the Mwananchi, Mr. Speaker, we take them to the executive. So, Mr. Speaker, I believe the governor has a different understanding, where she is expecting to bring even such views of the Mwananchi to these honorables, Mr. Speaker. So time mandation is very important. Mr. Speaker, if you read the County Government Act, Mr. Speaker, there is what we call CNDP. We have not passed it yet. There is no plans the governor has. I think it was to be considered by this honorable house, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable James, does the CNDP have a time limit?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir.
What are the time limits?
1st of September.
And now we are?
We are in December, Mr. Speaker.
Then what are the consequences?
I think, Mr. Speaker, is indication of the government is not performing.
You can continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for interrupting me, but I just wanted to notify this Honorable Assembly.
Honorable Member, I didn't interrupt you. I wanted you to make some clarifications on the CIDP. You can continue.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just decided to notify the Honorable Assembly about that one, so that, Mr. Speaker, to show this alteration is very important. There is a lot we have to do, we have not done. And Mr. Speaker, if we decide to go on recess, Mr. Speaker, those who have been claiming we are not working, they will have issues to raise that we just want to be paid. Mr. Speaker, I've seen in medias that the MCAs are working without being paid. Mr. Speaker, I want to show them even you are overworking. So if the executive has workload there, let them bring it here, Mr. Speaker. We disperse everything, Mr. Speaker. We want to stay even without going to recess, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable James. I give this opportunity to Honorable Caleb.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Caleb Mutede Kibuko, representing the people of municipality. And I like to support the extension of time by saying, Mr. Speaker, this handouts, we are not just extending the time, but we are ready also even to have cashers, if it costs for the same, so that, Mr. Speaker, we can serve the people of Meru. Someone once said, one big law of Harinda, you stay close to the people. But the biggest, you go ahead and you motivate them. You stay far ahead to motivate them. So, Mr. Speaker, I feel that our people are very demotivated. They've not gotten any service from this government. And as many have said, we are waiting for the governor. Being the chairman of the finance committee, we are still waiting for the governor to bring the supplementary budget so that at least we can align a manifesto with the budget. Because up to this time, we don't know what kind of manifesto she's working with, if at all she doesn't have even a budget to work for. So, Mr. Speaker, I stand to support.
Thank you. Thank you, honourable members. If you allow me, because I know you have a series of meetings, we can Honourable Angeles Kambura.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity. For the records, I'm Grace Kambura Dronira, specially elected by DEP party. First, may I congratulate Honourable Ken for visiting the people who got accident in Isuka. May God bless you. May God protect you. Mr. Speaker, sir, I raise to support the motion because I don't get the time to explain my people and my women in groups that we are not cartels. We are being crucified, when Jesus was crucified because of our sins. And they also explained to them that we are called that name because we are fighting for them. We want them to have good roads and good facilities, especially in the hospitals, and also for the vulnerable children to get school fees. Mr. Speaker, sir, I don't also get the time to visit vulnerable homes and give them something for the Christmas. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Grace Kambura. Please, if you allow me now, then, yes, Honorable Makasi, what is that banning you?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Makasi is my name. I vote, Honorable Speaker, I support the additional time in this assembly for up to 21st. I thought it's very important also, Honorable Speaker, to let the public know that the extension we are taking is unpaid. It should be noted, because someone may go out there and mislead them and tell them we're ending days so that we can get paid. They should realize that the plenary sittings were removed long time ago, so it's a sacrifice we're making. The time we should be spending with our kids at home during the festive season, this is a sacrifice we are making for the people of Meru. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Makasi. Please allow me to give two more members only, and then I conclude that debate, and I will give those opportunities to members who really haven't spoken for the last 2 weeks. Honorable Muguna.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Muguna Original, representing great people of the world. Mr. Speaker, leadership is about sacrifice, and I support the extension of time. We have nothing to celebrate when the whole country is under mess. Mr. Speaker, in the county government, we have two arms of the executive and the legislation. So, Mr. Speaker, it's not a big deal when one arm extends only branch to the other arm. So, Mr. Speaker, we are ready as leaders to sacrifice for our people and to see to it that our county run well. Unlike the other time, when we should be celebrating, I think Mr. Speaker is a good move and it is in the right direction. I support.
Thank you, Honorable Muguna. Honorable Catherine.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. For the purpose of record, I'm Catherine Kamadi, nominated UDA. I stand to support the motion. Mr. Speaker, sir, if it is possible for us to ignore this county government, Mr. Speaker, sir, because of the love that we have towards our Meru people, that's the reason why we have extended the days of working. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like our Meru people to know that we are working tirelessly for our Meru people to have development, for our Meru people to have good structures, and I wish to tell our executive side there should not be ignorance towards the Honorable House, because we are doing good work to our people. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like also to tell our governor to have good structures for our Meru County to go on well. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Catherine. Honorable Mbichi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity. For the purposes of record, my name is Frederick Mobichi Kirema, representing great people of Nyaki West. Mr. Speaker, I join the list of the honorable members of this county assembly to let the residents of Meru County understand that this honorable assembly, it is not just only here for the service, but we are here to make sure that the residents of Meru County get service and quality service, Mr. Speaker. We don't mind whatever the sacrifice that we are going to take to make sure our people get quality services and not just only services. So let me tell CEC, Health, Electricity, that it is our obligation as the county, at the Honorable Assembly of the County of Meru, to make sure that they work and they work for the Meru people. So I take this opportunity to thank the Honorable Assembly of this great county of ours to have at least a concern.
Mr. Speaker, I want to echo the support of other members that we extend the sitting of this House. And I want to tell our people we are not doing it for granted. We just want to catch up with our governor, who is moving at the speed of 280. And now if we go to recess, we may be left behind. And we want to remind her of the things that she might have forgotten on the way, especially the CC, whom we would expect her to bring so that we can approve, chief officers, the supplementary budget, because if she moves at that speed and she forget it, she may end up not doing the expectation of our people. So ours is just to catch up with her and remind her of things that she has forgotten for our people. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Honorable Kangwana. Honorable Nkonja.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. For the record, I'm Kunja Maore, representing the people of Antubeto, Kiongo. I rise to support the motion of altering the adjournment date, because this is when our governor will realize that this honorable House has been given the powers by the people to do some roles. That is the role of representation, legislation, and oversight. We want this House to mandate to do its business effectively by giving our governor enough time to bring the CECs she has not brought for vetting, so that the people of Meru can realize developments. And also because we are mandated to do some functions, even giving her the Christmas, giving our governor the Christmas also, we want to term it as a function, a Christmas gift for what she has really shown the Meru people, that we, the MCAs, are at long ahead in doing what we are supposed to do. So with that few comments, I beg this honorable House to support the motion so that our people can realize what is missing in our county. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable member. Honorable members, please, due to time limits, just allow me to give Honorable Mutungi 2 minutes, and then I give other directions.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. For the purpose of record, Honorable Mutungi, representing the greater people of Amwadi Ward. I rise to support this motion because when we are here, we want even to know which criteria our governor used to assign Bishop Mutuma and Dr. Tobuerothi and the Bishop. He might have assigned somebody who is a medical expert. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Mutungi. Honorable Leader Majority, now I give directions that, please, the mover, take the floor and reply.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I wish to thank the honourable members for supporting the motion. Thank you.
Thank you, honourable members. Thank you, Leader of Majority. Now I put the question that pursuant the provisions of Standing Order number 54-2, I now put the question, which is that pursuant the provisions of Standing Order number 29-4, this Honourable Assembly resolves to order the adjournment date of its first session on the approved first session calendar of the Third County Assembly from 9th December 2022 to Wednesday 21st December 2022. Will as many of a similar opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of our contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it and the motion is passed. Next order.
Order number 9, adjournment.
Honor members, this House stand adjourned up to 6th December 2022, that is at 2 p.m. And also, honor members, the House Business Committee will meet in room 108 after this. Thank you, honor members.